captain of the Fighting Irish.
That's right. Welcome back. It's number 3, the Jersey Shore Fighting Irish Update. My name's Scott Mankin. I'll be your host. Strap in, sit back, and enjoy. Today I want to talk about the Irish and the 2013 schedule. As always, the Irish have a tough schedule. I was looking at Alabama's schedule the other day. Really a couple jokes on there. They played Chattanooga, maybe Georgia State. It's a travesty. The Bama schedule, it just leads up to a preseason that brings them down to a bowl game. It's not what the Irish combat. We start out this year, let's take it one game at a time. It's Temple. Looks like it's going to be August 31st. We're out of the gate early this year, and that's great for us Irish fans. That's a 3:30 game. I don't have I imagine it'll be an NBC game, and it's a home game. What I like about it, coming off of the New Year's Eve debacle, or New Year's Day, I should say, the big championship. You know, it's funny, they don't play it on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, do they? But my point is this, that it left all us Irish fans with a little rough taste in our mouth. And because of that, I think it's very important that we regain momentum. Strike 2 was the Everett Golson incident. So that causes even more of a question mark to be, in the future of the Irish. Temple's a good way to start the season. September 7th, Michigan in Ann Arbor at night. Folks, it's going to be a tough game. Michigan's got the #1 recruiting class. For whatever reason, they continue to attract top athletes. I'm concerned about the game. I genuinely am. The Irish have had always tough games against Michigan. My best friend went to University of Michigan. He's out in Venice, California now, working as an attorney. And we make an annual bet every year. And I'll tell you what, I'm a little bit nervous about this year's bet for dinner. Purdue, a week later we go to West Lafayette, play Purdue in a night game. What's going on here? This is one thing I don't like, right? I'm a traditionalist. I love a Saturday 1 o'clock game, right? Here in the Jersey Shore, what we love to do is do some yard work. Wake up, rake those leaves, get the house in good order. And around noontime, head out to our favorite delicatessen, get that good sandwich, get those salads to complement, maybe a nice Dr. Brown's black cherry soda, and tee it up for the game, some chips, some pickles. 1 o'clock game, college football. 8 o'clock, Saturday night. Folks, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Michigan State, September 21st, a 3:30 game. Now we're getting back in our wheelhouse. So let's talk about it for a moment. Let's play these games out. Temple, I see a big offensive win, right? 35 points. Irish get some confidence that they've been dearly lacking on offense. Help put aside the Everett Golson thing for that moment. Come out week 2 in Michigan. Mark my words, you heard it here first. Big plays, turnovers. It's going to define the game. Big plays, turnovers. What's today's date? You heard it here first. Defensively, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a 17-16 game. Who's going to win? We'll update you on that in a future cast. Then that trip to Purdue. Purdue's on the rebound. They've got a young quarterback they've got in the recruiting pipeline that looks really good coming out. Not quite yet. I think he's a year or so out. But right now, I think the Irish will take care of him. So we're looking at 2-1, 3-0. Best case, worst case. Michigan State, 3:30 game. Where is that game? That's in South Bend, okay? You know, after opening up with Temple, playing 2 tough games on the road, coming back to South Bend should give us an edge. Let's put that in the W column. But I'll tell you what the challenge with that game is, as I look ahead, is just that. The Irish might be looking ahead to Oklahoma the following week again, another 3:30 game. That baby's going to be moved. You heard it here first. That'll be an 8 p.m. game in no time. Then we've got the Shamrock Series, right? We're going to play Arizona State in Arlington, Texas. A 6:30 Central. It's a 7:30 East Coast time. That's all that counts. I love that game for 2 reasons, right? When's the last time we played Arizona? And we're going to whip those boys up. And Texas, that game in Arlington is big for recruiting, right? The Fighting Irish. And any of you fans out there listening from the Longhorn State, right? The Irish look at you guys as a great, great foundation of recruiting. So let's keep that relationship tight, and welcome to the North. USC the following week. No, I'm sorry, we've got a bye week, it looks like. So we go to the 19th, that'll be October 19th, at home, 7:30 game against the Trojans. Fun game. All you can say about that is it's a fun game. Irish should have an advantage. Amir Carlisle, a little revenge game for his point. But you know what? Anytime you beat a team like SC up, we beat them up pretty bad last year. You always have to worry. You know those headlines are on the locker room wall. Let's see what happens after SC. Air Force. We're going to need a break. Oh. Now we go into our whole academy type games, right? And maybe with the scheduling, as I look at it, Air Force and Navy back to back. That Air Force game is on the 26th of October in Colorado. And then you come home to play Navy. Boy, that's a catch your breath game, and I'll tell you what, it leads towards 3 games left in this season where the Irish can really build momentum. So, unlike past years, where the Irish really had to, that SC game at the end of the year would really put a hankering on the schedule, that and the Stanford game. Now Stanford looms as the remaining big game at the end of the year. So let's walk it through. It's Navy on November 2nd at home at 3:30. It's Pittsburgh on the 9th, to be announced in Pittsburgh. They'll probably have to move that to a... well, again, it'll depend on the year, right? Irish big, we're going to go night game. Irish average season, that maybe gets buried in a 1 o'clock or 3:30. We go to BYU, or they come to us, I should say, for a 3:30 game on the 21st. And then on the 30th, Stanford. Folks, my concern would be an undefeated season and going to Palo Alto to play Stanford for the final game of the year. That would scare the living heck out of me. Because Stanford plays tough, they recruit hard, they've got a good program, they've got good coaching. It really would scare the heck out of me. But you know what? What a great place to be. At that point, it'll be for Brian to figure it out. So let's walk through some scores real quick, and then we'll let you go. We're going to come back with next week where we go a little deeper on some of the recruiting. And then we're going to zoom down on position, right? We're going to take each position and break it down. We gave you some broad overviews in week 1 and week 2. Temple, I told you we put it up in the win column. Michigan, I'm going to leave that on the side, but I'm a 17-16 game. Defensive struggle, big plays, turnovers make the game. Purdue, I see that as a win. Irish, I see it as a good win. The Michigan State game, coming home, should be a good win, but again, we got to watch for that to be kind of a backdoor cover, as those people that bet on games will tell you. We might win that one 24-20 as they score late as we start pointing towards that Sooner game. That Sooner game is going to be maybe the toughest game of the year. They're not happy what happened in Oklahoma last year. We're going to miss Everett in this game more than we miss him in any other game all year. Darn it, Everett, you're really breaking my heart. It's a 3:30 game. I don't understand how we play Oklahoma at 3:30, but we're playing Purdue at 8 o'clock at night. I don't know. That Arizona State game, they're a little upset. They're going to have a chip on their shoulder, folks. I don't know much about their team. In future events, as we come week to week closer, we'll break down our opponents. But we wanted to get out of that game in part of some of the move to the ACC and some of the activity there, which we'll talk about in future events. My apologies to the dog going nuts. We end with USC. I think we'll take them. Air Force, no disrespect to our armed forces. Navy, ditto. Pittsburgh, going to be a tough game, but a win. BYU, win. And Stanford, we got our fingers crossed. Hey, this was another update from the Jersey Shore in Fighting Irish football. I don't know about you, but here's what we're looking forward to. August 2nd, the Brian Kelly press conference. August 3rd, we start another practice round. We're heading to good things, and that game on August 31st. Let's go blue and gold. Signing off, Scott Mencken, Jersey Shore.